how very nice it is to be here this evening. But then again, I'm from Rotherham, so it's nice to be anywhere.
One of the main themes is about what it's like to be human, to want to fit in, to want to find your tribe, to want to find your voice, and actually how difficult that can be.
You went down to London and RADA, didn't you?
I did.
And you made it, but it's tough, isn't it, for a working class girl with a northern accent, isn't it, in that industry?
Yeah. If you put up a bit of a battle, then you're all right. You know, you have to sort of play them at their own game. But yeah, I did, and you know, but in some ways having a northern accent made me a little bit different from, you know, other people. So in some respects it helped. You know, I went straight into do Dinner Ladies with Victoria Wood. So, you know, I shouldn't really be complaining.
And Maxine, you mentioned Victoria Wood there, seen as a real comedy great. But Marti Caine from Sheffield was someone who we grew up watching, and she spent a good 15 years, I'd say, wouldn't she, on the Northern Club circuit before she was a household name. Did she inspire you at all for this?
Oh, completely. This is where the idea came from. When I first met Tony, and he said he'd like to write for me, and he said, have you got any ideas? And I said, well, I'm slightly obsessed with Marti Caine and that world and what it is to be a woman, to work your way up.
And Tony, Marti was from Sheffield. Sure. You're a Crooks lad.
Yeah.
How much of the film is inspired by you growing up and what you experienced as a young lad?
I remember, I grew up in Crooks, and I remember the Saturday night was the night when my mum and dad would go to the club, and it seemed to me, as a child at least, an impossibly glamorous place, because they'd float out the door in the... I could see my dad in his orange shirt, my mum in a lime green dress, and done up for a night out.
She'll not let you down. She's a funny cow.
Yeah, I miss doing comedy because I haven't done it for so long, and I'm a bit worried that if you don't keep it up, it's like any sort of skill, you lose it.
Maxine would be a very, very good stand-up with a very original and authentic voice, and I will be nattering. No, I'll be nattering till she does it.
Well, here they are, the stars of the film have arrived, and we've also got a special guest here, Richard Hawley, of course, Sheffield legend, singer-songwriter, and you did the soundtrack as well, Richard, didn't you? Oh, you're being watched by the writer, so we better watch what I say. But what was it like doing this?
Oh, it was great fun, because I got asked really early on by Tony, and he showed me the kind of basic script, and I fell in love with it straight away, and I love the idea of making a northern film, but it not just being about men. And what was really important was I grew up working in working men's clubs with my father and my uncle, and I knew from experience how difficult it was for us, let alone for a woman, you know, to make it.
A tough environment, wasn't it?
Incredibly tough, you know, and tough for everybody, but it wasn't like a place where women went as customers, you know, in working men's clubs. And I mean, I think they're brilliant places. I still go. I'm still affiliated with Firth Park Working Men's where my dad went, you know.
And I've seen you, Richard, and you're good with hecklers. You're good at those one-liners, so maybe you could do.
Well, that's where I got it all from, you know. Yeah, it's don't heckle me.
No, I've seen you in action. Richard, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Enjoy the screening with Maxine and Tony. Everyone's going in now, and you can see the film from Friday.